So presentation it was very good. Thank you very much, sir. So it is starting from this FTI spectroscopy. In this, he has started from this beginning that what he deals with that. That means the forensic science. In that, he has mentioned about that what it deals with the forensic science people. That means they have beginning from this classification of the forensic science. What are the categories who deal with that? That is the narcotics, the depression, and other two categories of it. So he is very started from the application. After that, he has mentioned about that what is the instruments it particularly used. As previously means the last classes means this preview, that is the second of the technique we have mentioned that the UV visible spectroscopy. Today the Dr. Rajesh Singh has mentioned about that the non-destructive technique, that is the FTIR. So he has mentioned from this what is FTIR, what is the principle behind it, and how the instrument it works. Then he has mentioned about this few examples. With that, he has mentioned two examples of it where you have understood that how you can interpret a particular compound. So I hope you people with those who are the beginner, that means MSc class, they might have gone through it, or maybe you will be future you will be study those things. So I hope his lecture is helping a lot. So it's thank you very much, sir. It was very good talk, and also I would say the very basic talk, so that the MSc level student can understand it. So thank you very much, sir.
Just a couple of lines to add on to this lecture. It's very informative, taught by Dr. Yadav. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. This lecture is basically an eye-opener to chemistry students. See, Dr. Yadav is working in a forensic science laboratory. So sometimes we are concerned with the future, that we have the chemistry scholars, where will we go, and what kind of job we are searching for, and what will be the utility of the knowledge you are gaining right here in the form of chemistry. So see, scientists working in the forensic science laboratory has nicely explained not only the basics, but also the interpretation into the drugs, and also the advanced level applications are also there that he has not yet covered, because I have already communicated to him that this audience is basically PG and PhD, and do not go for the advanced level, because the major part, that is the illicit drugs, so how to identify them. Lot of drugs are there, as he pointed out about the library. So he could have picked up some of the examples and could have told you that this is the example and this is how the interpretation is done. So we stop him. In future we will take your help, sir, regarding this one. And just one query, because you are now not on the podium, I am on the podium on the other hand. So in how many, in what manner a chemistry scientist can collaborate with the forensic science scientist? Yeah, because I'm not audible, properly audible. So because the way you are explaining, so your students are also maybe learned of that part, and our students are also learned of that part. So it will be good if we can have a good collaboration, not only from our side, but from the side of students as well.
Okay, so in this case, like we are dealing with the forensic science, but basically we are carrying out the research work because we are university and we are not dealing with the case work. So like Central Forensic Science Laboratory or State Forensic Science Laboratory, they are getting case, they are working on that and they give the report. But we are developing the method or technology. So that is basically pure research part. So in that case, we can work on pure chemistry aspect. We cannot deal with the case work, but we can deal with the pure chemistry part for the identification of molecule, specific molecule. Like in nanotechnology, we prepare some nano formulations and we have to check whether the properties change or not. polymer compound we can change. So that kind of basic research we can carry out, and we are already doing these things. So there will not be a problem in collaboration. These
So
kind
nice.
of things.
So nice. Good. So our NFCL is there in this Bhopal only. Our next workshop, we are not committed in this workshop actually, but in our upcoming workshops, the audience will be allowed to visit. We will request to sir and their director that our scholars will be visiting to LSSL and be a part of that entire laboratory equipment system, and you will be well versed with that one also. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us.
Sir, and I would be very happy once you will visit, and I invite you all, so your students, faculty members, anytime you can visit, we will be happy for that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's have a new round of applause for the speaker.
Sir, since we know the thermal radiation also falls in the category, falls on the same place in the infrared region. So if we are dealing with something that's volatile, or like if the temperature is raised in the IR, so or the material changes its physical state, then does there is any changes in the graph with the change in physical state?
Period of time, that is just for a fraction of second. So in this case that will not happen. That thermal, that is heat, generating the heat, but that is for a fraction of second. Immediately you will get the graph. That is based on the vibration only. The heat, just because of the change in vibration, the heat change will there. That is the basis of detection. So if that will not happen, that will not detect. But that will not hamper the quality of detection, or sample will not get distracted. Because if it sample will get generated, sample get distracted, that will technique will not be useful. So that will not happen in this case. Okay.
Okay. So all, now, no more questions? Let's have one photograph before we proceed further.
चलो चलो बैग भी टांग ले तो कोई दिक्कत। ये तो अपना ही खींच ले, ये तो अपना ही खींच ले। देखें
जल्दी सोशल मीडिया पे नेगेटिव कमेंट कर देंगे इनको जल्दी भैया जल्दी आओ फिर आप दोनों आ जाओ, वन बाय वन आ जाओ, एक ही से बजाओ।
या फोटो गई भापड़ में। अब तो चलो लंच कर है लंच। भाई लोग तो अब हम लोग जा रहे हैं लंच के लिए। ये था स्टूडेंट एक्टिविटी रूम। ये आप देख ले साला। हो गया फोटो थोड़ी खींच रहा, लाइव जा रहा भाई। इधर ही चलते भाई, ऐसी वैसी बस तो गई बाहर पे। अरे वो चक्कर पीने तो लगता। तो भाई लोग हम लोग मैनिट भोपाल में हैं। अब जो अभी तक था वो लेक्चर हो रहे थे, 2 लेक्चर हो गए। ठीक, 2 लेक्चर होने के बाद अब हम लोग जा रहे हैं लंच के लिए। ये आपको यहाँ से वो आइसर बस दिख रही होगी, वो ऐसी बस है, मगर वो लोग घुमा के वहीं ले जाएंगे जहाँ से, यहाँ से हम आधा किलोमीटर चल के भी पहुँच सकते हैं। इस वजह से मैंने आप लोगों को दिखाने के लिए पैदल चलने का फैसला ले लिया है। और क्या, तो भाई ये है पार्किंग। और ऐसी पार्किंग की गिनती नहीं है भाई, इतना बड़ा मैनिट है। इसका 670 एकड़ एरिया है जो मैनिट के अंडर में है। मैनिट के पास तो खुद का भाई एक तरीके से जंगल भी समझ ले। ये बिल्डिंग है भाई। ओ पकड़ तो ये लाइव चल रहा। ओ बस साइड अभी छाँव में आ गया और मैं खुद की चेहरा देखने लग गया हूँ। भाई तुम एक ही हो तो लाइक तो करो ना। अब वो आपकी मर्जी है, जैसे आपको लगे तो मैं बता। ये देख, मैं आपको कुछ दिखाता हूँ। एक बिल्डिंग अभी वो देखिए भाई, ये बरगद का पेड़ है भाई। मैनेट के पास तो बहुत चीज़ है भाई, क्योंकि ये एक नेशनल लेवल की इंस्टीट्यूट है। तो ये बरगद का पेड़ है। ऐसे बरगद के पेड़ ही मैंने इसमें लगभग 2-3 देख लिए हैं। लेकिन मैं यहाँ से चल के आया हूँ। ये बिल्डिंग है, ये ग्राउंड भाई, ये ग्राउंड दिख रहा आपको। ऐसे ग्राउंड भी भाई इसके पास कुछ बहुत है, क्योंकि मैंने ही लगभग अभी 4-5 ग्राउंड देख लिए। ये करण जा रहा है जो कि मेरा क्लासमेट। ये क्लासमेट है मेरा भाई, करण इसका नाम है। और भाई अब हम लोग, ये बस ये जा रही है, इसी बस में हम लोग को आना था, ये बस निकल गई। देखो हम पैदल इतनी जल्दी यहाँ आ गए और ये बस से लेके आए। बस मैंने आप सोचा कि आधा किलोमीटर पैदल ही चल सकता भाई। अब बस भी वो पहुंची है, तो जब वो बस से नीचे आएंगे और तब तक हम ही पहुंच जाएंगे। ये उसमें रोटी होती है, सब्जी होती है।